Hello everyone, I welcome you all in the class of English Literature. Today we will go through new chapter. Name of the chapter is Heirloom Seeds, written by Sonali Prasad. So students, now we will go through the chapter Heirloom Seeds. So in heirloom seeds, all heirloom seeds are non-GMO. It stands for genetically modified organism and means the plants have had their DNA changed artificially, often with genes from unrelated species it could not naturally cross with. So students, in this chapter there is the woman of India's Dongriya cones with some assistance from grassroots organizations, and it are leading an effort to move away from monoculture and back to lost seed varieties. So here 30-year-old Gatri Kadraka sits outside her house in Ridango village in traditional Dongriya attire. In the village of Rudangu, not far from the hillside planters, 30-year-old Gatri Kadraka laid out a colorful array of seeds in her courtyard. 3 indigenous varieties of finger millet, 2 varieties of foxtail millet, pearl millet, barnyard millet, little millet, and upland variety of paddy or rice, 2 local varieties of sorghum, maize, black gram, cowpeas, pigeon peas, castor beans, cucumber, etc. Now students, the women of India's Dongriya cones, with some assistance from grassroots organizations, are leading an effort to move away from monoculture and back to lost seed varieties. A community can grow as many as 50 plant varietals on a single farm. Not only do such practices empower growers to navigate pests and climate change, but also to improve their health. Now here, the Dongriya cones, devotees of their mountain gods in the remote hills of eastern India, are custodians of dozens of vanishing seed varieties. With the region in an agrarian crisis due to recurrent droughts and erratic rainfall, the tribe is on a mission to return to its farming roots and resuscitate long-lost heirloom crops. The tribe hopes the effort will help it overcome malnutrition and climate distress. Journalist Sonali Prasad and photographer Indrajit Raj Khoa captured a glimpse of this effort for Mongabe that you can see in the pictures also. Raigada, India, the sun rose above the jagged spires of the Niyamgiri hills. The sky a wisp of apricot on rolling mounds of green. Trees bent with mangoes and jackfruits dropped manna for the occasional passerby. Around a dirt bend, a warm symphony drifted from a hill slope. The strike of a sickle, the pitter-patter of seeds, shuffling bangles of women unraveling weeds. It was sowing season for the Dongriya cones. The Dongriyas, one of the most vulnerable and traditional tribes of India. They live in remote hamlets scattered throughout the Niyamgiri hill range in southern Orissa, a state in the country's eastern limb. Now, as abundant as Kadraka's collection is, the Dongriya cones once possessed many more varieties of heirloom seeds, but they started losing their self-sufficient food systems when the forest became degraded due to unrestrained logging and the government introduced subsidized high-yielding paddy in the late 1990s. From a diverse indigenous farming system, the Dongriyas gravitated toward rice monoculture, losing numerous landrace strains in the process. Now the entire village contributes. The seeds belong to no one and everyone. The community doesn't generally sell their seeds in the market unless there is a monetary or medical need. Instead, they sell indigenous crops that grow wild, such as jackfruit, bamboo shoots, oranges, honey, wildflowers, and mangoes. So, students, come to the Bajuni's prayer. So, high up in the village of Hundijali, every household has a different way of safeguarding seeds. Some women grind neem leaves and mix them with seeds as an insecticide. Others line their baskets with cow dung as a disinfectant. They save the seeds from the previous harvest, some to be grown next season, some for consumption, and what remains for barter within the community. If a household falls short of seeds, the rest of the farming roots with a renewed sense of their rights to the forest after ousting a UK based mining company in a much publicized resistance in 2013 and a little help from grassroots organizations such as Living Farms, the tribe began resuscitating lost seeds varieties soon after. The Dongria women, through their elaborate cultural rituals, are leading this initiative. Now, students, the villagers' consumption also shifted as rice cultivation gained hold and disrupted the nutrient-dense medley of traditional grains and legumes that once filled their food plates. Many communities began a slow descent into food insecurity. However, with Odisha undergoing an agrarian crisis due to recurrent droughts and erratic rainfall that affect water-intensive crops such as rice. Now, the Dongria cones are on a mission to return to their rice monoculture, losing numerous land registers in the process. Now, the Odisha state government also taken up an ambitious 5-year millet mission since 2016. The program aims to increase millet consumption in 60,000 households across several districts by boosting production and setting up processing machinery. By producing millets to meet a larger demand, the project also aims at improving the economic security of the Dongria cones. Bijuni offers the seeds to Mother Earth, sacrificing a chicken, a pigeon, or a goat. The blood trickles onto the seeds as the chant names of deities, the mountains, rivers, and trees. Now, there are signs this seed collection system is working. Remote hamlets of the Dongria cones have reportedly rescued the hardy kodo millet, a variety high in fiber energy content. Dongria tribe travels door to door and village to village to spread the news of the rare seeds being saved. There are signs this seed collection system is working. So, making an offering to a village's bijoni of a pigeon, a hen, or a goat, she brings back a fraction of the seeds to the farmers in her own community. After a successful harvest, the priestess returns double the amount of seeds she received to the neighboring village, the barik belonging to the Dom community. After a successful harvest, a low caste that lives harmoniously with the Dongria tribe. Student, seed collection, cultivation, and farming festivals revolve around 3 key players in every village community: the farmer, the senior village priestess or Bajuni, and the messenger or barik. To bring back long lost seeds, the Bajuni sets out an elaborate expeditions into remote hilltops. Dressed traditionally with the signature 3 rings adorning her nose, she visits nearby villages where an heirloom crop has been found. So, students, now here the chapter Heirloom Seeds written by Sonali Prasad is completed. So now, if you have not understood, you have to go through the chapter again and have to listen it very carefully. So, students, it's now time to do question answers and exercises of this chapter. Now, We will meet in next chapter. Till then, stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you, students. Take care. Bye bye.